All the stores in the food court have closed, and the food court is now shut. You can really feel how tough things are for the facility. This time, I will be featuring a commercial facility called Belfa Uji. Along with the food court, this commercial facility features a large open atrium, empty units, and an old Daiso logo. What caused its decline? In this video, I'll introduce Belfa Uji's past, present, and future, along with my impressions from actually visiting the place. On Omatsu's Anywhere Exploration team, we'll continue to create many videos for you to enjoy, so please be sure to subscribe to the channel. Happy birthday to everyone whose birthday is today. Hello, this is Omatsu. So I've come to Belfa Uji in Uji City, Kyoto Prefecture. I have no sense of the area. I've lived in Kansai all my life, but this is my first time in Uji, or maybe not, I'm not sure. All I can think of is tea. If I say that, people will say I'm dissing Uji. I'll stop. The place is here. It's on National Route 24, with Mukujima Station on the Kintetsu Kyoto line as the nearest train stop. That being said, it takes just under 20 minutes on foot, so basically, it's a facility mainly used by people who come by car or locals who live nearby. However, if you underestimate it, thinking it's just a small shopping center only locals use, you'll be in for a surprise. It's a commercial building with 2 basement and 3 above-ground floors, and it's very spacious inside. Since the basement floors are parking, the 3 above-ground floors are the main commercial area. By the way, this McDonald's isn't just a standalone McDonald's. It's located next to Belfa Uji, and there's even a McDonald's signboard in front of the facility, but it's not actually part of Belfa. The exterior now looks stylish and Western. Belfa Uji opened in April 1995. It's a commercial facility, and at that time, there weren't any large commercial facilities around here. So it seems that many people visited this place. Yes, Akuma, but that's in the past and now it's deserted. Belfa is a commercial facility brand that was operated by a company called Mitsutomi in Osaka and Kyoto. In 2004, Mitsutomi went bankrupt and ceased operating Belfa. Besides Belfa Uji in Kyoto, which I'll introduce now, there's also Belfa Miyakojima in Osaka. Although both continue to operate under the name Belfa, each one is managed by a different operating company. By the way, Belfa Miyakojima is now operated by Mitsui Fudosan. On the other hand, Belfa Uji was owned by United Urban Investment Corporation until 2012, but after that, the building was transferred, and the management seems to have changed. Because its destination isn't public, I have no idea where it was sent. I thought I might find out if I got the property registry, so I considered getting it, but there might be some reason they're not making it public. In any case, even if I got the registry, it seemed better not to disclose the company name, so I decided not to do it. All right, let's go inside. Upon entry, you'll see an open atrium. Thank you. Holy Cafe once operated in this atrium, that's right. It's a pretty big atrium and it really gets me excited. The second floor view is clearer, so I'll show that footage first. Immediately to the left as you enter, there's a supermarket called Tokuya. It's the same for me, though I think most people don't know it. Tokuya is a supermarket operated by Happy Terada Koi's LLT. There are 9 stores in Kyoto and Shiga under the Happy Terada or Tokuya brands. It seems that they are operating supermarkets. Honestly, this is the first time I've seen it. Since I started making videos, I've been going to stores I didn't know about, and it's been fun. It's all new discoveries. At first, the original operating company, Mitomi, ran the supermarket under the hiragana name Mitomi. If you look closely under the Belfa sign outside, you can faintly see the word Mitomi. It's really hard to see in the video, though. Why? Because it was easier to see on Street View, so I'll post an image. After Mitomi closed from bankruptcy, Kinsho opened in 2005. By the way, here, it seems there was another Kinsho about 400 meters northwest from here. I think it's pretty rare for a supermarket to have another branch so close by. Kinsho closed in 2015. Tokuya opened afterward and is still there today. Now, let's walk around the first floor, but it's pretty empty. Beside the bicycle shop is a vacant space with closed shutters. Up ahead on the left, there's the reuse shop, Torafaku, but the right side feels kind of deserted. Up ahead is Daiso, the top 100 yen shop. If you have Daiso, you don't need anything else. I'm always grateful for your help. Beyond that is another vacant tenant zone. When I see these vacant tenant spaces, I enjoy guessing what used to be there in the past. Well, I have no idea at all, though. Over here, there are a lot of mirrors installed, so maybe it used to be a hair salon or something. I'm curious. I was thinking it would be even better if there was a drugstore, but there was a Sugi pharmacy where the shutters are down ahead and it was closed. I feel like maybe they were competing for customers because another pharmacy opened across the street. Even though it's just a weekday evening, there are still quite a few people around. Though some tenants are vacant, it appears to be a commercial facility favored by locals. If there's a Daiso and a supermarket, that's already convenient, right? Now let's move on. The second floor. The second floor has only outlet furniture and sporting goods stores. The atmosphere is very different from the first floor, and there are far fewer people. The timeline is a bit unclear, but this floor once had an indoor amusement park and a Toys R Us. Toys R Us was here until around 2007, so it was quite a while ago, but looking at the current situation, it's hard to imagine the time when Toys R Us was here. Take the escalator up from the first floor, as the information sign said then. A sign still remains, saying it's the floor for kids and sports. As I showed you earlier, I really love the atrium view from the second floor. I stopped filming and stared at it for a while. Now, Sis, let's head to the third floor. The third floor is labeled as the amenities and food court floor, but if you expect too much, you'll be disappointed, so it's better not to get your hopes up. When you reach the third floor, there's a stage with an unclear current use. It makes me feel a bit sad to think that in the past, a lot of people probably used to come here and do something. There are also things like a futsal court and a gym, but there aren't any people around at all. They're on the tenant map, so they're not vacant. I think it was probably just a day off when I visited. I was the only one on the third floor, which got a bit awkward. I found a very old Daiso. Daiso now operates on the first floor. Until around 2013, it seems they were operating on the third floor. This is the first time I've seen this logo. It seems like this logo was used from the 1990s up until the 2000s. It's quite rare. I'm glad I got to see it. And this is the food court. I couldn't find any information about the food court, so I'm not really sure. But it seems like it's been empty for at least 5 years. Previously, only the seating area was open since there were no stores, but now you can't enter at all. There still seem to be many trespassers, so I imagine it's hard for the facility staff. The store remains, including the dish, return, and hand washing station, are all still there. It's gone. I've never seen the food court like this before. Go. They're usually barricaded even when closed, so this was a new experience for me. The main reason for this situation is that a large shopping center opened nearby. To be honest, this applies to almost all of these rundown commercial facilities. So for those of you who always watch my videos, you might be getting tired of hearing this. But Belfa Uji is in the same situation. After Belfa Uji opened, several large commercial facilities also opened nearby. First, Al Plaza Uji Higashi opened in November, 1,995 7 months after Belfa Uji opened. It's a commercial facility with a bowling alley for leisure. Next, Kintetsu department store Momoyama opened in 1996. And the one that dealt the biggest blow was AEON Mall Kumiyama, which opened in 1999. Since it has a large area, it has everything, even a movie theater. Is there anywhere where Belfa Uji can win? The only question is if they have a futsal court. Because of nearby commercial facilities, there were vacant tenants by 2010. It was reported deserted. It seems that it's not a recent development that things have ended up like this. How should I say it? When Belfa Uji first opened, he fit in with those around him. I thought it was unfortunate that several commercial facilities had opened before. Viewing. During the evening commute, cars hardly move at all during rush hour. There's only one lane in each direction, and if you're coming from the Osaka side to Belfa Uji, you have to make a right turn to enter the parking lot. You have to make a right turn on a busy road where there's no traffic light. It all depends on whether the cars in the oncoming lane will let you through, so it's tough. And in 2018, a pharmacy opened right across from Belfa Uji. They sell light food and partly compete with Barufa's tenants. So now, Barufa is in a situation where it doesn't need all 3 floors anymore. But just the first floor is enough for daily necessities. They have just the right kind of tenants for what you need. And I think for the locals, it's become a commercial facility that's just the right size. Honestly, for outsiders, there aren't many unique tenants, so it may feel lacking. But if things can stay the way they are now, I think that's probably fine. There are also a lot of benches. Above all, it seems to be highly rated by the locals. I think the second and third floors will continue to face tough times, but that's just the way things are these days. So even if they rebuild, it can't be helped. Personally, I don't think the facility itself will ever close down. There are various things like Belfa Uji's operating company going bankrupt or losing out to nearby commercial facilities, but I really hope they hang in there. So that's it for this video. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to the channel and giving it a thumbs up. Well then, see you in the next video.